Why did I come this way? Well, good afternoon if you can hear me. I've no idea. I've not tried the mic setup with this lid before. Don't you think you could get on? So it's only a quick scoot out this afternoon, and I want to rant. I know, who'd have thought it? Now I would say most things pass me by, but that's a lie. But one thing in particular really did grind my gears yesterday, and that was the lazy, malicious, nasty, lying media who somebody decided they were going to run the story that Boris Johnson had advised us, the general public, the hoi polloi, that to save ourselves from economic ruin due to electricity bills, that we should just go out and buy a new kettle for £20 and thus save £10 a year or a month or whatever it bloody was on our electricity bills. That is not the case. That is not what he said. You lying, useless, nasty little bastards. So he didn't say that, and I was absolutely mortified at the number of what we call news outlets these days ran with it. Now I know most of the internet news is pretty bloody lazy. Somebody will post something or post an article, and that same article will then just bounce from outlet to outlet, verbatim. But this was the most egregious, most malevolent, in plain sight misquote I think I've ever seen, because it was so in plain sight. Anybody could have spent 10 seconds to have seen the full piece that put it in context. He'd been visiting the nuclear site. He was talking about getting Sizewell C up and running. And so this whole kettle thing was purely an analogy to say, if the tech that you have is inefficient, and for the sake of an upfront investment, you can then reap the rewards of saving money when it's all paid for, all the better. That's what he was saying. Some of the sort of anti-establishment YouTube channels, if you like, who try and push back against this corporate, misleading, woke nonsense, we're too bloody lazy to do anything other than pick up that 10-second soundbite and roll with it. And the number of idiots who jumped on the bandwagon said, oh yeah, what does Boris know about kettles? How is saving £10 on boiling water going to work? And even the relatively sensible Nick Ferrari in the morning ran with it. And when challenged by a caller on air that he got it wrong and that it was an analogy, he refused. He said, no, we don't need to listen to it again, do we? And he played it again. But they missed out the important part, which was the first part, which was to say that he was at Sizewell and he was talking about opening a new reactor and getting it online, and that it's going to cost money up front but we'll reap the rewards. The whole piece was about how he could have been saving £3 billion a year on electricity.